with your performance today?
Yes, I'm very happy to be back here. It's a very different tournament, so it's the second time in a row that I play, and it was great atmosphere, which for us is the most important. And it was a good match from my side, very solid from the back of the court, and Stefanos is very difficult to play, so I'm very happy about today's match, and let's see what's coming tomorrow.
Hello Yannick, congratulations. You have beaten both Novak and Alcaraz. What do these wins tell you about where you stand amongst top players?
Two different opponents, two different kind of game styles. It's every match when you play against them, you need to be at your best, at the peak, if you want to win against them, and are very difficult. So let's see. We go day by day. Tomorrow it's gonna be a difficult day, but again, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to measure myself against the best players in the world, and then we'll see what comes out. But we all hope for a good match.
One last question. With no ranking points on the line, what drives you when you step on court? Is it rivalry, pride, or just a passion for the game?
Well, passion. There is, you are the very difficult opponents. You measure yourself against the best players in the world. You have, with life there is no motivation also for the money also. We all know what's on the line, and that's it. But also, we would like to make the sport bigger. That's why we come here. It's a very important part of global tennis, I think, especially in the future. It's going to be very important, and we are happy to bring tennis here and to promote it in the best possible way. And to do that, we need also the best players in the world to come here and show how good and healthy tennis actually is. And this is a combination of everything. That's, I guess, why we are here.
Hi Yannick, great level today. I want to ask you about what's the hardest thing about being a tennis player that people don't really notice?
I consider myself lucky in the position where I am in, but of course there are emotional and mental ups and downs we have. We travel a lot, which is great, but it's also not easy sometimes. You are away from family and friends and the loved ones also. It's not easy, but generally I think we are very lucky to do this, what we can do. You cannot move at some point very free around cities, because people sometimes they recognize you. That's also not easy at times, to have a good privacy. But in other things, this is one of the best, if from my point of view, the best job I can have, because it started off with a hobby, and now I can call it work, but playing tennis should be still a hobby, with a smile on your face. Sometimes it's not easy. I'm not perfect, but that's what we try to replicate, and that's it.
Another question, please. When you waste, sometimes it happens when you waste an important break point or an important match point. How do you still manage to stay in the match? Like, I'm sorry to remind you about the Roland Garros match, but you did incredibly well in that fifth set, even though you just wasted 3 match points. How do you stay in the game and get to focus?
Well, not every day it's easy to stay there mentally. Not every time it's easy, but in the same time, you have to remember why you are on the court, and this is trying to fight for every ball, and having a great mentality is that what brought me in the highest ranking, and if you drop that just a little bit, people they're gonna catch up, people they see you struggle and they're gonna raise your level. So it is a very mental game. It's sometimes you need to put the poker face on, as I always say, but at the end of the day, there's no better place to play tennis than in a Grand Slam final. You also have to remember that, and I'm one of the two players who is able to play this kind of matches, and that's it, no? And that's why I try to do the best I can also in Wimbledon after, which was great, and we try to do that as many times as possible in the future. If I can do it, good. If not, I try my best.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Jan, congrats. And my question is, like, we know you retired in Shanghai because of physical issues. So, how's your physical situation now, and how's your goal for the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's physically I feel good, mentally also very happy to be again back on court. The goal is to play in the best possible way for the rest of the season. It's a very important season for me. I love the indoor swing, especially in Europe. It gives me, a lot of great feelings, home feelings, and that's it. I'm trying to play as many matches as possible, and then we see what I can do. And it is the last push of the season, no? So let's see.
Congrats, Hamid Alwais from Mr. Magazine. Obviously, this isn't your first time here in Saudi. What's one thing that has surprised you or impressed you the most about Saudi Arabia as a travel and destination?
Well, it's growing very, very fast. It's gonna be very, very important for the future of not only for tennis but for many other sports events, and not only. Me personally, I really love the people. They are very kind. They try to help you in everything. They treat you very, very well. And the city itself, it's growing so fast already since last time, and this time many things have changed, and it's great. Many people are working very hard to do the best possible things they can provide for people to come here to visit, and it's great. It's a big work ethic, so it's amazing.
Sena, I'm glad to see you again. Welcome to Saudi Arabia. Again, my father and I, we say hello to you because my father, he was in the court to support you. Congratulations for the Wimbledon and also Australian Open. Tomorrow it's going to be a big game with Novak. Do you think the game is going to be easy for you, since there is a gap between you and Novak? You are 24 and Novak 38. He's almost going to retire. Do you think it's going to be easy for you?
No, it's never easy. It's one of the most difficult challenges we have in the sport. So huge respect to Novak to be here. The number and the records he achieved during his career, it's amazing. It's something nobody did before, in the sport. So I'm just very honored and privileged